since I've been back on, well, doing Bible study at least, and scooter stuff. So I'm going to do a little bit of this Come and See devotional and share that with you guys. And maybe if we get into it, some of this book of Daniel too. So let me set up my chat here since we got this going live. All right, there we go. So I realize I'm probably going to be off in the nether regions of the world at this hour, 4 a.m., but that's all right. I am up and we're going to do this thing. So here we go. So this is kind of like the cowboy style, but this is for the early birds today. It says making rules out of rewards. Jesus rode through a wheat field on the day that God had told everyone to relax and rest. His cowboys were famished and picked up some of the grain to eat. When the religious know-it-alls saw this, they said to Jesus, "Look at that. Your cowboys are breaking God's law and working on the day he told us to rest." He answered, "Haven't you heard what David did when his crew was hungry? He entered God's church, and all of them ate the food that had been left there as an offering to God. They weren't supposed to do that. Only the priests were supposed to eat that food. I'm telling you that someone better than a church building is standing right there. Religious hypocrites don't ever understand these words. I want a relationship, not a religion. The Son of Man is boss over the day of rest." And that's fact. Welcome, one viewer. Appreciate you joining me. When God made everything, he worked for 6 days and then rested on the seventh. He set the model for work 6 days, and his reward was a day of rest, the seventh day. Instead of being happy about having a day off, the Jews started making rules out of the reward, forbidding certain actions on the Sabbath. In fact, from sundown on Friday until sundown Saturday, the Jewish Sabbath, you can't even push an elevator button because that's considered work. That's what religion does. It takes the reward of God and makes rules out of them to use against people. One of these examples is tithing. If I offered you $1,000 and asked if you'd give me $100 back, would you take it? Of course you would. You would do it all day long and be happy about it. Nowadays, most people look at tithing as punishment instead of reward. God even said in Malachi that if we just gave a tenth of what he gave us in the first place, he would open the floodgates of heaven and pour out a blessing on us that we couldn't even hold. How's it going, O&B Films? Australian. Oh, Australian. How's it going? Welcome to the Bible study, or the daily devotional. It says religion tends to turn want into a have to. I think this is really emphasized in the verse when Jesus said, "Someone better than a church building is standing right here." Jesus isn't looking for how good you can follow rules, but how deep your relationship is with him. What do you guys think about that? The cowboy call is, if you're ready for a deeper relationship with Jesus, make him a part of your everyday life, not just Sunday. Ask for his guidance and listen for his leading. If you don't hear anything at first, it's okay. Listening is a skill, and that takes practice. What do you guys think about that? You want to listen to some storytelling? I like how this is written. It's funny. My son, actually, he's 12. He wrote a story the other day for his class, and he turned it into a cowboy-esque style. It was great. His teacher read it to the class yesterday. It was funny. So this one's called Storytelling. His cowboys came up to him and asked Jesus, "How come you just tell stories to people?" He nodded in understanding and said, "You can understand these stories, but some cannot. These stories reveal the true nature of God's green pastures. Cowboys that are willing to listen and try to understand the real meaning behind the stories will be trusted with secrets that others will not be. But those that won't listen, everything will be taken from them. I tell these cowboy stories because they see what I do, but they don't really see anything at all. They're looking, they don't see. They hear the stories, but they're not even listening. They understand, but they don't savvy. This is why the great cowboy Isaiah said, "You hear, but you don't listen. You see, but you don't understand." The hearts of the cowboys have become calloused. Their ears don't hear and their eyes don't see. Therefore, they can't ride with me and let me fix what ails them. Me is capitalized, indicating that's the Lord. Welcome, CIA. I heard that I made your watch list for a while. Yeah, I'm a Christ follower, that's for sure. So we're doing a little devotional for those of you that didn't know. I'm debating, maybe I'm just going to do one more and then I'm probably going to read a chapter of that and then maybe back to bed unless I feel inclined to go to work. I love the stories Jesus told. The Christian word for these stories is parables. That means a story with a message. When I first asked to preach, I had no idea what that even entailed. I didn't go to seminary or have any formal training apart from reading the good book every day. So when it came time for me to prepare my first sermon, I went to the red letters in my Bible. The red letters mean it was Jesus talking. He told stories that people could relate to and understand. Well, at least the ones who wanted to listen and learn. So that's what I did. I told stories with a message. Everyone loves a good cowboy story, especially one with a good message. I built an entire ministry based off of stories, just like Jesus did. CIA, what are your questions? I have quite a few Muslims that come across my channel. I can't claim I know all the answers, but I'll do my best for you. But you have a story too. Every single minute of every single day, your story is unfolding. Your story fits into the larger story that is being written by God. Open your eyes as you live your story. Open your ears to what God is telling you. You've got a part to play in this story, and it's not a small one. Someone's life might just start with your story. Start paying attention to it. What's up, Rick's Gaming? He wants to know how to eat pig without going to hell. Well, I guess depends how seriously he takes that, Rick. I know that that's a big no-no. The cowboy call is if you ever have the opportunity to tell your story or give your testimony, as many churches would say, let me give you an easy-to-follow 3-part method. First, tell me what your life was like before Christ. Then, how you come to truly follow him. And finally, what your life is like now. Your story might change someone else's forever. Be ready for that. What's up, Bo? I'm in Colorado. Where are you? Maximus, do you want to do Bible study? Come here. Come here. The cat wants to do Bible study, guys. All right, so CIA says, so in Islam, Christians literally could worship God in the masjid and highly respected in Islam religion. That's what I hear, is there's really 2 main forms of Muslims. I mean, you know, the reality is like in Christianity, there's many areas of Christian belief. So I feel like the more that I find out, there's a lot more alignment. Was that supposed to be mosque? I don't know, but some of the Muslims that hop on here, we talk about the alignment between the Quran and the Bible. I still think that there's distinctions, but I'm still investigating, so I don't claim to have all those answers, but part of me reading through these books is so that I can rightly divide the scripture for myself, and bringing everybody else along. I feel like that should develop a lot of value for the deeper understanding if people are interested in it, because I feel like the basis for what we do, why we do what we do, is important. So generating all of our actions based off belief systems is truly valuable to initiating momentum in one direction or another. Um, what do you guys think about jumping over to this one? I'm thinking about, man, if I divide my videos, I'm not good enough at editing. You guys want to pop back on with me here in a minute? I'm going to end this one, and I'm going to start another one with this one. So give me like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. So thank you for joining. I just want to keep these separate because I'm going to like try to create like a little organized podcast. I would love to be organized in 2025. So, oh, you got another question. There's just one Islam, and it's Islam. Anything else that's made by Iran, and all the real Muslims know about their BS, but the world don't know their best to ruin the Islam religion because they're. I'll let you finish your thought. I think that that's like the vast majority of a lot of the public. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of division caused by, I would call it Satan or evil. The presence of evil is trying to still kill and destroy, and if he can pit us against each other, then we will never, not saying that means that we have to adhere in belief systems and all believe the same thing, because I don't believe that that's a positive thing either. I believe that our diversity is actually really important to keeping us unique and wonderfully made, but I don't think that means that there has to be a reason for wars and violence. At least let's just put that as a minimum. Maximus, come do Bible study, kitty. Come here. Come on. He doesn't believe. So anyways, I'm going to pop back on. And feel free to keep come back CIA. But thank you for joining O&B Film Reviews, Rick's Gaming and Boat, CIA. See you guys here in a minute, hopefully. All right. Have a good day. God bless.